Investors, meanwhile, lawmakers back in the United States are eyeing Facebook. The stock had a tough week. It is extending the losses this morning after Facebook officials were grilled on Capitol Hill over the company's data mining controversy. Now, lawmakers are calling for CEO Mark Zuckerberg to testify before Congress. The House Energy and Commerce Committee released a statement yesterday, reading in part, "We felt that many questions were left unanswered. We believe, as CEOs of Facebook, he is the right witness to provide answers to the American people." Joining us now is the managing director and co-founder of Elevation Partners, former mentor to Mark Zuckerberg, and Facebook investor Roger McNamee. Roger, it's good to have you on the program this morning.
Maria, it's always great to be with you.
All right, you have been a major supporter for Facebook over the years.
Yeah.
First, let's put this in context. Where do you stand on this past week?
So I just think this is a tragic situation. Facebook operated the company as though it was never going to take any interference from anybody. It was just going to grow as rapidly as it could. And in the process, it made some mistakes. And those mistakes have had unbelievable repercussions in terms of loss of the user profiles, 50 million of them to Cambridge Analytica, an untold number of them to other software vendors. That invasion of privacy is something people are not going to be able to get back. Facebook has to come forward, accept responsibility for that and for some of the other things that have gone on relative to the elections. And you know, in my mind, for Mark Zuckerberg and Sheryl Sandberg, this is a moment of truth. This is a moment where their character's being tested and where, frankly, so far, it's not going well. This has been a disastrous week for them.
You don't like the way they're responding to this?
No, I think they have a horrible situation. And the right answer is you reach out to your critics, you find out what the problem is, and then you sincerely make an effort to address it. And what's going on instead is that they are pretending as though there's no big deal going on. So they're kind of saying nothing to see. And they're basically taking this notion that no one has a right to criticize them.
I mean, you know, it's interesting because this is not new, right? I mean, plenty of outside vendors have used the opportunity to get and, in a sense, infiltrate into Facebook's network of users. How come we're just learning about this now and reacting now? I mean, you go back to the election of Barack Obama and how, you know, people used politicos, you know, mining all of this data and people's, you know, data to figure out who, you know, how to get those voters. So
here, Maria, you're absolutely correct in that this idea of data mining has been around for a very long time. There are a couple things about this one that are really different. When Obama did it, there was full disclosure. People understood what was going on. That is the correct way to do it, and that has been the tradition for marketers. You provide complete disclosure. People have to give you informed consent. What's going on with Facebook is that they consciously deceived people. They had an opportunity, they signed a consent decree with the Federal Trade Commission in 2011 that basically said they would require informed consent before they shared people's data. What happened in the case of Cambridge Analytica was that Cambridge Analytica apparently sent a researcher in to pretend he was going to do academic research when he was really going to gather data for political use. And so they didn't just take it from the 270,000 people who took the survey. They took all their friends, so 50 million people.
That's incredible.
Well, and that's why people are afraid. And the problem is now we understand that, wait a minute, there were literally tens of thousands of other vendors doing exactly the same thing while the consent decree was going on. And it's alleged that Facebook had no compliance staff to enforce the consent decree. And that is just irresponsible. And that's why people are so angry.
Well, now, go ahead, finish.
I was going to say, it's like the data's out there and there's no way to get it back. There's no way to undo the harm. And so that's why people feel so bad about the communications this week. This is a situation where you're supposed to go, oh my God, we've done something really horrible. How can we make it up to you? And it's not like you can get the data back, but there are a lot of things Facebook could be doing today to show that it's going to earn people's trust back. And that's what they failed to do this week.
Well, Mark Zuckerberg did one interview, right? He did Anderson Cooper on CNN, and Sheryl Sandberg did one interview. So, I don't know.
The problem was that Mark did several newspaper interviews and one TV interview on CNN. Right. The problem was he'd memorized a series of answers, and he gave the same answers no matter what the questions were to everybody.
It didn't seem sincere.
And they basically, the people who actually did the interviews weren't the mainline reporters. They were actually entertainment people. So I don't understand. When Sheryl Sandberg went on CNBC, it's like, why didn't she come on this show? Why didn't she come with somebody who would give gravitas to the interview, where obviously she was talking to somebody who was as well studied in business and as well studied in technology as she. I mean, the person she interviewed with CNBC was a fine reporter, but this is not her field. This is not what she does every day. And I look at this as from Cheryl's point of view, she wants to get out there and have people understand that she sincerely wants to solve the problem.
Yeah.
And that's not what she's done.
Well, by the way, just to be clear, we did reach out to Facebook, and I sent an email, and they didn't get back to us. So they didn't want to talk
it's their
in
loss.
that context,
It's
obviously.
their loss.
Well,
okay?
thank you.